Jordan Niebrugge joins us. I believe it's a co-medalist here at the second stage of Korn Ferry Tour qualifying in Marietta. I know winning isn't really anything, but it's got to feel nice to win something like this and validate kind of some of the work you've put in since last year.
Yeah, it was awesome. Played awesome today. I mean, couldn't have asked for much more. Pretty relaxing day out there with Stuart and Brandon, and ended up having a putt on the last, and I knew it was to tie him, so just gave it an extra look and ended up making it perfect putt. So it was good to see those fall, so when it actually matters, maybe you can look back on that and kind of get some of those feels from it.
I was going to say, I mean, a year ago you played pretty well here to get to the final stage. How much better do you think you played this year to get through?
I feel like it was very similar. I don't really remember too much about last year, but I do remember kind of the same type of feeling that we had today, where it's pretty relaxing. It's kind of tough to get your mind to go hit some shots because you're so far inside the number, and so it was a little tough out there, but
yeah.
At the same time I played great. It's fun. I mean, I shot 7 under, no bogeys, and we had a good time out there. So,
and I mean, I look at you and you look physically stronger than a year ago.
Yeah.
Can you talk to some of the changes you've made maybe there too?
Yeah, I mean, I started working with Dave Donatucci down in Florida at FIP, and I think I've put on like 15 pounds just working out a lot. I mean, ever since I worked out a lot last winter, and then ever since Portland back in August or September or whatever that was, pretty much worked out, gone in there every day for a couple hours and just put in some work. I mean, wasn't doing anything else.
Sure.
Took 5 or 6 weeks off of golf and just worked out a lot, and body feels good. The one thing is I'm hitting it a lot further.
Yeah.
So it's a tough little adjustment, but I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job of adjusting that and have my numbers down pretty good right now. So.
Well, you made those of us who've seen in the past feel nervous when you're hitting irons off tees that other guys are hitting drivers off of 9 or 5, but that's one of the perks, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge perk, and especially out here when there's a couple tighter holes where I can kind of push my 3-iron down there a little further than other guys can get their irons down there. So, I mean, it's nice, but at the same time, I mean, driver is one of my biggest advantages, and it's one of the best parts of my game. So whenever I feel comfortable and there's enough room out there, I feel pretty solid pushing it up there. So.
Some of the guys that walked out of here with long faces, earlier today, are going to look at what you and Brandon shot and wonder, how you did it. I mean, what was it like to be able to feed off of him? And I mean, the two of you really looked like you certainly were a cut above everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, he played awesome. I mean, it looked like he was going to hole out every shot.
Yeah.
I mean, he did hole out on 7,
right.
I think, but I mean, he probably had 5. I'm not exaggerating. Probably 5 other ones that had pretty darn good looks at going in from the fairway. So it was great, kind of feeding off him. I played a little different than him. I mean, none of my shots really looked like it was going in, but I putted well and played the par 5s well. So.
And that's the key out here. And as you go forward, what do you take from here into the final stage?
I played very similar at the first stage in Nebraska. I hit it really solid. I didn't putt so well, but I putted all right this week. Definitely need to feel like I can be better. And so I think there's definitely parts of my game that I can see I want to work on, but at the same time, I feel like I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, and if I hit it like this, it makes the game a little easier.
I was just going to say, if you hit it like this, I mean, there's a chance we may never see you at this stage of the Q-School again.
I think I hit all 18 greens today, maybe missed one, but that's kind of how I played in college.
Right.
I hit a lot of greens, so it's a lot less stressful and makes it a little easier out there. So
do you feel you're getting back to where you were that way, or have you really never left? It's just a matter of fine-tuning it for the level you're playing at now.
I've gone kind of back to a little draw that I'm used to, and even if it's drawing a little too much, I feel like having that shot shape where I know where it's going to miss and I know kind of what it's going to do really helps my confidence while I'm out there. I had the last couple of years, I kind of got caught up in like how my swing looks and kind of what my misses were and why that was happening, instead of just aiming at a target and hitting a draw.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the last probably a couple months I've started to do that a little better. And even if I've drawn it a little too much, it's still, within, boundaries where
you can manage it.
Yeah, and I know what it's going to do, and I feel like that's a big confidence booster while you're over shots.
Sure. Well, you've got pizza waiting. Jordan,
Yeah.
go celebrate. Congratulations.
Thank you.